Biles tweeted, "Put the Jeffrey Dahmer costumes back in the closet. We ain't having it." Who's we? What's with the we? Who died and made you the great pumpkin?
Bill Maher is at it again, this time taking aim at the critics of Halloween. That's right, even Halloween isn't safe anymore. The so-called woke crowd seems determined to tear down every tradition, but Maher isn't buying it. He fired back with hard-hitting truths that expose the shaky core of woke culture. Let's break it down.
Halloween is too much for your fragile sensibilities, and you're worried about seeing someone wearing something that's on the forbidden costume list. Just stay the fuck home. Every year we go through this bullshit. Lists of costumes you better not wear, lest a night of irreverent dress-up spiral into something that resembles fun.
Maher kicks things off with a blunt reality check. If one night of goofy, over-the-top costumes is enough to shatter your fragile feelings, then do everyone a favor and stay home. Halloween has always been about crossing lines, poking fun at stereotypes, and laughing at ourselves, not walking on eggshells to avoid every imagined offense. But the woke crowd insists on sucking the fun out of it, treating every mask and wig like evidence in some moral courtroom. It's not just tiring, it's suffocating. Maher makes it clear he's done with the censorship obsession, disgusted by the joyless policing, and ready to blow it up with unapologetic honesty.
Via clickbait websites, I won't tell you how to harvest and sell my personal data, and you don't tell me what I can wear on Halloween. Because Halloween is supposed to be outrageous. It's a festival of the sacrilegious and a celebration of the grotesque, from zombies to ghouls to bobbing for apples and other people's saliva. Yet, every year there's a new list of offensive things we shouldn't do on the day that's all about being offensive.
Maher argues that people should be able to enjoy themselves without self-righteous critics spoiling the fun. Halloween isn't just about costumes. It's a cultural release valve. It's the one night people can step out of their daily roles, try on new identities, and just laugh. For kids, it's pure magic, running through the streets, loading up on candy, and diving into harmless mischief. So why would anyone want to crush that? Maher insists everyone deserves the freedom to explore, dress up, play, and embrace joy, without the constant finger-wagging from the joyless woke brigade.
I want to cancel November 1st, All Scolds Day, when the good people announce which costumes the bad people wore. Buzzkill.
I can't get enough of Maher's attacks on BuzzFeed, because let's face it, they've built an empire out of outrage clickbait. They've become infamous for churning out list after list condemning celebrities over problematic Halloween costumes, as if a feathered headdress or a silly wig signals the collapse of civilization. I've read plenty of those pieces, and it's always the same tired formula. Shame, scold, repeat. That's not journalism. It's traffic chasing dressed up as moral policing. And Maher nails it. These outrage machines don't care about cultural sensitivity. They care about clicks, shares, and ad revenue. And honestly, nothing's more satisfying than seeing that called out.
23 costumes they're literally begging you not to wear. Of course, this year the number one no-no is serial killer, cannibal, and Netflix sensation Jeffrey Dahmer. eBay has already banned selling it because otherwise it would be impossible to find a blonde wig and aviator glasses. Simone Biles tweeted, "Put the Jeffrey Dahmer costumes back in the closet. We ain't having it." Who's we? What's with the we? Who died and made you the great pumpkin? I'm so tired of a handful of emotional hemophiliacs on social media telling us what we can't do on Halloween. And by the way, please put drugs in my candy.
It's always amusing how celebrities act like they've been appointed as society's moral compass, lecturing everyone on what's acceptable. At the end of the day, They're entertainers, skilled in their craft, sure, but that doesn't give them the authority to dictate how ordinary people should live. Instead of wagging their fingers at the public over Halloween costumes, maybe they should channel that energy into real issues like poverty, education, or world hunger. Policing one night of fun and fantasy isn't virtuous. It's petty, performative, and wildly out of touch.
These other verboten costumes on stupid lists this year, including Queen Elizabeth because it's too soon. Yes, 96, practically an ingenue. Of course, don't even think about characters outside of your race. And no genies, because genies were slaves, okay. No sexy schoolgirls, no Playboy bunnies. No celebrities accused of pedophilia, including Elvis. You can't dress up as Elvis? That's an entire industry.
The list is just as absurd as the twisted philosophy driving it. Don't worry if you can't figure out why they're so eager to ban half the costumes on Earth, because the truth is, their ideology never made sense to begin with. It's a mess of contradictions, double standards, and non-stop finger-wagging that crumbles under even the slightest scrutiny. People don't fail to get it because they're ignorant. They fail to get it because there's nothing coherent to grasp. And the self-proclaimed prophets of this movement aren't helping their case. Instead of defending their views with logic, they lean on outrage, guilt trips, and social pressure to force compliance. Maher's point couldn't be clearer. If you have to twist yourself into knots to justify banning Halloween costumes, the real issue isn't the costumes. It's the ideology itself.
His point is simple. If you have to work this hard to justify banning Halloween costumes, maybe the problem isn't the costumes. It's the ideology itself.
No zombie versions of deceased celebrities. Well, there goes my zombie Angela Lansbury idea. No unhoused person. What we used to call a hobo, the default costume of every kid in history. No one with an eating disorder, so goodbye skeletons. And no transphobic costumes, because if kids want to see drag queens, they can go to stores.
Think about it. If we actually followed the woke mob's logic to the end, no Halloween costume would ever be acceptable. Why? Because every single one is tied to something dark. History, mythology, superstition, even our own imagination, it all has shadows. Even the so-called safe costumes they begrudgingly allow could be twisted into something offensive. A ghost? That's mocking death. A witch? Trivializing centuries of persecution. A vampire? Glamorizing violence. If the standard is absolute purity, then nothing survives. By that logic, we might as well cancel Halloween altogether, since the entire holiday is built on parodying, celebrating, and confronting evil. And that's Maher's sharpest point. Strip away the fun, satire, and irreverence, and you kill the very spirit of Halloween itself.
Listen to this. No Putin. No Trump. No anything related to the Will Smith Oscar slap. No Johnny Depp, and of course Amber Heard is out. No shit. And nothing related to vaccines or COVID or monkeypox. So have fun, kids, and let your imagination soar. Can I tell you something, kids?
Those are solid costumes, and with Halloween just weeks away, no one should feel guilt-tripped out of enjoying what they love. Halloween is about freedom of expression, creativity, and a little harmless mischief, not tiptoeing around to appease a few loud voices online. If some overly sensitive columnist decides your favorite costume is offensive and pressures stores to pull it from shelves, don't cave. Get creative, make it yourself, and wear it proudly. Halloween was never about following rules. It's about breaking them, mocking them, and having fun while doing it. Maher's message couldn't be clearer. Don't let the self-appointed costume police dictate your choices. Whether it's a pirate, zombie, witch, or anything else.